Kashmir, and he closed the offer of 70 lakhs for 2.5% of equity.
बिजनेस आपका है, मैं आपको कुछ पिच नहीं मार रहा, बस मैं आपको सिर्फ ये बताऊंगा कि ट्रेड चैनल को कैसे ब्रेक इन करना है जो आपको चाहिए. Done. Let's close it. Okay. See, thank you, sir. तो गंदा बनाओ आराम से. Absolutely.
So we have none other than Anish Roy. Anish, welcome to Global Business Line.
Absolutely a pleasure to be here. Thanks so much for speaking with us.
Anish, tell our viewers about TagZ.
So TagZ, in a very quick nutshell, it's a very Gen Z snack brand. And the kind of snacking experiences that we do are, number one, extremely innovative. We use a lot of cutting edge food technology to craft all the products that we do. We are a taste first brand because I think if you're doing a snacking experience and if they are not tasty, it's just pointless. But having said that, we do products which are significantly better for you as well, right? Which means less fat, less sugar, less carbs, less of anything that is harmful for the human body. And at the same time, we are a fairly mission conscious brand. Which means being planet friendly and emerging as a leading sustainable brand is something which is extremely close to heart to all of us.
So Anish, how was your experience with Shark Tank and what changed after that?
I'll take the latter question first because to be very honest, I don't think too much changed. Of course, a lot of numbers, a lot of awareness around the brand did increase manifold in a very short period of time. But then even before Shark Tank, we were obsessed with crafting innovative products. We continue to do the same even today. I think even before Shark Tank, we were extremely focused on consumers and consumer love. And that continues even today. I think what Shark Tank did is, of course, it ended up becoming a fantastic platform. It entirely caught the imagination of the country at large because of the prime time slot that it had, and so many people talking about entrepreneurship. I think what it did is that it definitely gave us many more eyeballs, and today, a lot of people are aware about the brand, not just in India but outside of India as well.
Yes, and Anish, what's your suggestion to coming entrepreneurs?
For the ones who are applying to Shark Tank?
For them also, and for them who are just starting or planning to become or start a new venture.
So first of all, Kunal, I believe entrepreneurship is a very humbling journey, and I feel personally I'm nobody to give advice to anybody. However, a few things that I can potentially share is that number one, it's not as rosy as it seems, the way it is from the outside, the way media a lot of times makes it out to be. I think it's not just a lot of hard work, it's a lot of emotional resilience that it requires to build businesses and build brands. So don't get carried away by the valuation figures and the fundraising stories that you read about, right? There's a lot more that goes behind building businesses, building teams, building products, and building brands. Sign up for it only if you are ready to fight it out over a long period of time. A lot of people will do that. Entrepreneurship is not like a sprint; it's like a marathon. Okay, of course it's a marathon, but I feel it is possibly a lot more like a boxing match. A boxing match can typically be 9 rounds or 12 rounds, and it's a battle of attrition, right? It's about who can take more punches, still keep standing, and be able to deliver that knockout when the opportunity arises. So be prepared to get a lot of punches.
Anish, we seen your episode of Shark Tank, and on that there was a lot of arguments going between the sharks. According to you, what are they looking for and what they have seen on TagZ?
So I think this is something which possibly not a lot of people notice or know of, right? I think an entrepreneur's job is much easier on the show than the shark's job, right? Because all these fine entrepreneurs, again, very young, entrepreneurs that are sharks today, on the show, they see the product for the first time when the product is kind of being set up right in front of them. Imagine they have to actually think, consider, evaluate, and make a decision to pledge their hard-earned money to a company in in a matter of a couple of hours. It is not easy at all, right? And I feel different sharks look for different things, right? And hence you might have noticed that typically each of the sharks have a pattern in the kind of companies that they invest in, right? So while I do have my reading on what the patterns are, I would not like to possibly disclose it, but I think every different shark is looking for a different pattern altogether, right? So what is important is that entrepreneurs going on the show are able to figure out what will appeal to which shark, right? And have a clear focus, right? Because it's not that you can just walk onto the show and do some carpet bombing, right?
Okay. So how you see yourself after Shark Tank as a personal brand?
Honestly, Kunal, nothing much has changed. Personally, certainly nothing has changed, because being on Shark Tank was something which needed to be done for the growth of the business, right? I merely see myself as somebody who's carrying the burden of being the face of the brand, and that's part of the job as founder CEO, right? So from a personal brand standpoint, nothing changes. I like to keep to myself. I like to sleep well at night. That is extremely important for me, right? I'm here to build a business. I'm here to build a brand. We are not chasing overnight success or overnight glory, right? We believe that building brands takes time, and we are willing to be patient. So, in a nutshell, yeah, nothing personally has changed at all after Shark.
Okay. Fine. That's so sweet of you. Okay. So who is your favorite shark?
Who is my favorite shark? I think it'll have to be, and of course, I can't claim to know them, or I can't even claim to have watched all the episodes of Shark Tank. Building your own business leaves you with very little time to watch television. But uh, I definitely have liked the kind of bets that Piyush Bansal made, right? I think somebody who came across as a genuine nurturer, okay, and made some very calibrated bets. So I think Piyush, in my mind, stands out for sure. I think the other shark that I also like quite a bit is, Vinita for sure. I think she made some very, very smart bets again. She's very clear about what kind of businesses she can genuinely add value to. And I think made the bets accordingly. So in my mind, these are, two of the smartest ones that I possibly came across. Favorite or not, I don't know.
So Ashneer initially was tough with you, and how you turned the game and got his investments.
I wouldn't say Ashneer was tough. Number one quick caveat: what you guys see on television is possibly only a 12 to 15-minute excerpt of a shoot which spans almost 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say Ashneer was tough at all. Ashneer has his way of communicating his points for sure. I like the fact that he's straight, he's candid, doesn't sugarcoat or make things sound sweeter than what they need to be. It's fairly straightforward, right? And I think that's something that as a company, even we are straightforward people. We like to hear the truth. We like to say the truth. So I don't think there was any turning around as such. Maybe what you're talking about is what you saw on television, because that was only a very small nugget, right, of
Yes.
whatever else happened. But what was exciting for sure is, standing there for almost a good 30 to 40 minutes with three sharks fighting it out amongst each other, trying to outbid each other to be able to partner with us, right? So I think that was something very amazing for an entrepreneur building a young business.
Anish, that is what I was looking for. That what the shark has seen on TagZ. So you have not answered with that question yet.
So number one, I think, and I can't speak on their behalf, right? This is my assessment, right?
Yeah.
I think even before we went on Shark Tank, we had a strong, viable business, right? We had a proven business already. We were clocking handsome revenues already. I think we had considerable amount of product market fit, right? I can't claim to say that we were a nationally known brand, but then we were a fairly recognized brand even before we went on Shark Tank. So I think that is something that helps for sure, right? You're not going with an idea. You're not going with no revenues, right? We actually had a handsome revenue line even there. But I think more importantly, what we were able to communicate fairly well, to the Sharks and to everybody else is that it's a professional team running a business, right? I think not very sure if you guys had the chance to look at our pitch in detail. It was a very professionally done job. So I think those are few of the things which definitely I'm sure caught their attention and fancy. The team, the products. I think the products that we showcased there were not just innovative, but then they were world class even back then, right? So I think it's a mix of those things.
Okay, so is the deal with Ashneer is done, and how much time it took to complete the process?
So it's not just Ashneer, even Namita invested eventually. So while she lost the deal on the show, and she's actually gone on record, after the show, saying that one of her biggest regrets was missing out on the TagZ deal on the show. She got in touch with us immediately after the recording was done. It was very smooth sailing. I think we closed the deal in the matter of less than a month or so.
Less than?
Less than a month.
Less than a month. Okay, great. So how you define the entrepreneur journey?
I think, as you rightly said, it's a journey, right? So I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years now. And I think the journey itself is the reward, right? And this is possibly something in line with what I mentioned a while earlier, right? This is not something where you become rich overnight, right? This is not a sprint at all, right? It's a long drawn out journey. It takes time to build businesses. Most importantly, it's a tough journey. So unless the challenges on the way that you encounter, that is what you enjoy, you won't enjoy the journey. So I think this is a journey which is meant for people who like challenges, right? Who like toughing it out. And I think people who are mentally prepared to play the long haul, right?
Do you want to share with us some of your great learnings through this journey?
So, number one learning is that you will try 10 things and 9 of them won't work, right? You need to be patient, and you need to be willing to accept that you will have to try 10 things before you figure out that one thing that works, right? So failure is going to be a lot more frequent than success. That's learning number one. Learning number two, obviously, is when you're going to be failing as often as you do, you definitely need a strong support system, right? You need a strong support system of family, friends, colleagues, team members, people who will be around you and still support you in spite of the number of times that you failed, right? So don't immerse yourself so crazily into work that you lose sight of all these valuable relationships, which are going to come in handy every time you fail, right? Number three, I think a very deep personal learning is a lot of times you will feel like you're running, right? And you're running very fast, but you will feel like you're running on a treadmill, which means you're basically running at the same place, right? And not getting anywhere. It's okay. It's okay sometimes to hustle your way through. Things won't work out. everything won't go as per plan. Few things that you had no expectations from will suddenly give you spectacular success. But it's okay. All of this is just fine. As long as you're enjoying the journey is the reward.
That's great. So, any message for our viewers?
No message as such. I think, right. I think India is at a very, very exciting time. It's a great opportunity, especially the next couple of decades, in my view, are going to be full of opportunities. So if any of you out there are looking to start up your own venture, now is the time, right? You can always try and keep procrastinating it, and you can always keep waiting for the right time, but maybe the right time is now.
So, your thoughts on Global Business Line?
I think you guys are doing a great job, and it's a fantastic, media and channel that you guys have created, right? My sincere best wishes to each one of you and your team, who's doing a remarkable job of bringing to the fore such fantastic stories, right, for viewers.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Anish. Thanks for interacting with Global Business Line. Hope we see touching new milestones.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your good wishes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, viewer. If you want to catch up some more exciting stories, stay tuned with Global Business Line. Do like, share, and subscribe.